Hello Internet, this is Jobin. This is a Spyderco Superhawk. I showed it off really briefly in a video I made the other day, and it's sold to somebody else, and it's going out today. But I just wanted to do a quick little video, show it in comparison with its sort of cousins here, the Manix 2, which is a very similarly sized knife from Spyderco, and the the Crossbill from Spyderco's Budget Byrd line, which is another hawkbill blade. So I haven't really had this long enough to do a review, and I haven't used it for anything. It's still new in box condition, but I figure I can just show it off a little bit, do some comparison shots that might be useful to some of you guys. The overall cutting edge on the blade is about 3 inches, which is fairly common for a lot of Spyderco models. For example, here's the Manix 2, about 3 inches from tip to choil. Same with the Paramilitary 2, though I don't have one of those. Now, this does have the compression lock, like the Paramilitary. It's a really nice locking mechanism. So you can get a close-in shot there. It looks kind of like a liner lock at first, but what it actually does is it's a little more like an axis lock, where as the knife rotates out, this piece of the liner here actually basically wedges itself between a stop pin and the blade. So it's actually a very secure lock that you can release without having to have your hand anywhere near where the knife swings down to close, which is pretty cool. The blade at its thickest is 4 millimeters, which is really thick. You know, the Manix 2 is not a lightweight or thin knife, but this has it beat in blade thickness at maximum, but it does come down to a very acute tip, which is good in a hawkbill because that's one of the cool things about them. If you do like a swipe or a slash kind of type move, it bites into the material and cuts really smoothly. Some hawkbills curve dramatically over their entire length. This one is fairly straight till you get towards the end. Kind of similar in profile to the Crossbill. Speaking of the Crossbill, it has a tiny bit longer cutting edge, but not really so much. One of the biggest differences you'll see if you handle the knives together is there is a ricasso here, but there isn't really a finger choil on this. And on the Crossbill, your index finger is closer to the cutting edge. See? I go back and forth on whether I like big choils or not. They work really great on some knives, and on some knives, on others, I don't know, not so much. I could almost do without the finger choil on a hawkbill blade. It just doesn't seem to do anything useful in any of the applications I put them to. Maybe that'll change someday. This handle is beautiful. It's carbon fiber, and it has this weave to it that catches the light as you turn it. Nice big lanyard tube. Wire pocket clip, which is interesting, works pretty well. It's got the same handle. Basically, this knife is discontinued, and it was basically replaced with the Super Leaf, which is very, very, very similar, except it has a blade that's a little more traditional, sort of vaguely resembles the blade of a full flat ground Manix 2. More of a traditional Spyderco leaf shape. But anyway, I had to sell it because I really needed the cash, but this was a gorgeous knife. I'm probably going to miss it. If you have the chance to pick one up, you like Spydercos, you like hawkbills, I'd say do it. The construction is beautiful. Really nice.